Final thought. The summer 2020 issue of the Bulletin closes out with a final thought provided to BVA by the National Archives and Records Administration. An accompanying black and white photo reveals three young gentlemen seated in a row, one behind the next, using manual typewriters. There is a window to the right of the first man. The front of his typewriter is fully visible. The typewriter of the second gentleman is obstructed by the first man. The third typewriter is half visible. Each of the three men, except the middle one, has his head directed downward at the keyboard. The men are dressed in casual attire. Two of the three are wearing jackets with large lapels and collars. To their left in the photo is another gentleman facing the three and standing. He appears to be reading from a book or manual. The woodwork seen on the door, on the walls, and bordering the window, as well as fading paint on a visible wall, offers the impression that the building itself and its architecture are old. There is no accompanying caption, but the final thought itself explains the photo as follows. The word hospital in the name Avon Army Old Farms Convalescent Hospital is a misnomer for how the facility operated to serve 800 blinded veterans from July 1944 through December 1947. Known to BVA as the organization's birthplace on March 28, 1945, and subsequently its temporary headquarters, Avon Old Farms was more of a blind rehabilitation center, converted as such from a boarding school for boys established in 1926. School owner Mrs. Theodate Pope Riddle, close friend of Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt, shut the school down and provided the campus to the Army in exchange for $1 per year. Unidentified blinded veterans pictured here received typing skills instruction at Avon. According to Terry Wilson, Avon Historical Society, recovering veterans were encouraged to focus on their talents and abilities rather than their sight loss. Psychologists, teachers, engineers, businessmen, mechanics, state representatives, lawyers, and judges were some of the professions later practiced by the veterans at Avon. Still others were trained to work in local Hartford factories on assembly lines where they could use their hands and minds without sight. Photo courtesy of the National Archives and Records Administration. And this concludes the reading of the Summer 2020